The moment you say you are like this, it means that you put what we call a full stop as to you being able to adapt. And so from the relationship point of view, you come to realize that you need to let go of some few things.
Right.
Because the opposite is not like that.
Right.
The opposite is expecting you to do this. But if you sort of tag yourself and say, I am this, and this is where I'm supposed to be, then you can go far. And so it's even worse when we get to the point where we have actually married.
Okay.
The moment we marry, these things must find their own level so that we can appreciate both ends. As I indicated earlier, we pick these things from where we were coming from.
Okay, I get your point. Yeah. But when you marry someone, you know how they are before you decide to marry them.
That's right.
No. So, okay, you think you know the person. Sorry. You think you know the person you're getting involved with. Now you get married and you're expecting them to change certain things about themselves, that they won't be as angry, because they were always angry, but you being the kind of laid-back person, you're always okay with it. But all of a sudden, you don't want that anymore. You'd rather he's more calm. He's not as angry anymore. How do you get that person to change?
You go gradual. You go gradual. You see, when you have understood where I am coming from in terms of what category I find myself, you don't push me.
Okay.
It is when you have the known that you help me change. You know, at times we talk about, I want you to be like this, I want you, but have you taken your time to know who I am?
Who I am.
Because if you know who I am, then it makes it easier for me to also get to know you well.
Okay.
And so the problem now is that I want it this way. You are not like that, but I have not taken the pain to know why it's not making you do that.
Okay.
But then if I do go extra mile to know what is your makeup, I will be able to appreciate and move you along. Yes, you can be the extrovert type, and she or he could be the introvert. But if you understand how you can lift somebody from introvert to extrovert, perfect.
Okay.
You help me to go. So it wouldn't be something that we're rushing with it, but we're trying to manage it and make sure that we reach the ultimate goal.
Okay, so basically, knowing the kind of experience the person has had, knowing their past, how they were brought up, would help you, the person, understand why they are the way they are.
Taking you back to the question you asked Kweku earlier, you were asking whether it was good for somebody to know his or her temperament before going into not just you knowing your temperament. You'd have to know the temperament of the other person. So it will help you to understand the person. Just as you were saying, you don't try to change somebody from whatever the person has already been made of. You accommodate. You would have to understand the person so that when you see that person react in a way, you will easily understand that person, other than wanting the person to change. Because when you see a full-grown man who is past 22 years, there's nothing that could be changed about the person. You could only help that person. That is, if the person wants to change, you could only help that person just to tone it a bit, but not to change, because you can't change it. And you know, in relationships, don't make it your mind that we are going to change. I'm going to change this woman. I'm going to change this man. No, you are not going to. You are just going to tolerate the person. And so if you try to understand the person, it will help you to understand. If you try to know that person more, it will help you to understand him or her, and the reason why he or she does what he does, so that your relationship could just flow. But don't make it your business to change that person.
Okay.
I'm not cutting you, but I think one of the points is that, you see, when we come together, one feels that I am on top. You should always be down. And then when the battle turns, the other one wants to. That's where the problem is.